restart. Here comes a car from the left. FST's waiting, and now we're clear, and I would go. I thought these burnout tracks were a little excessive. There's that white sign that we dodged coming home. Guess we can use that as another test. Not sure we'll come home this way. Okay. I don't smile as often as I should. It's a good day though. It's a pretty day out. Weather's nice. Some slowdown for the 45 mile an hour speed limit. Got a 35 mile an hour one up here and then a stop sign. This is a pretty country drive, about 5 miles north of Brighton, Colorado. These roads are 55 miles an hour. The county roads, and the county road up here that we're heading to 2 miles north of here is a 65 mile an hour speed limit. And we've got some traffic at our four-way here. With empty decisions, there's no hesitation in version 1.4. But she's a little bit reserved when it comes to challenges. A little nervous. I'm sure that'll settle out in the next version. So it's beautiful. You can see the I don't usually include the side cameras in the videos, but it's a wonderful day out today. It's a slight cloud cover. It's warm, probably about 50 degrees. It was almost 80 here in Denver yesterday. Actually, I think it was 83 degrees. And it should be, well, it was 30 degrees this morning when the sun came up. But we could get 2 feet of snow any day now here in Colorado. Hopefully it'll wait a few more days or even a week or two before all the leaves are off the trees so we don't get a lot of limb breakage. There's still a pretty good amount of leaves on the trees. So we're going to Safeway here in Fort Lupton. Let's see where we got us parking. We're going to park in the parking lot. That seems to be the best. So we'll go with that. I find with my on these bumpy roads and in my old age that it's hard to hold my hand to pick something. So if you steady your hand here, you can pick with your finger or your thumb, that sort of thing, and you can choose what you're going to select much easier by holding the side of the infotainment screen. This road is recently resurfaced. It's very smooth, very comfortable, and pretty quiet in the car, as you can tell. Transition to a little older road there. Slowing down to 45 now. Just past that speed limit. We got a 30 mile an hour right up here. We'll probably slow down for. And this is a 65 mile an hour speed limit, so I'm going to kind of keep an eye on it. This is unprotected. There's no light. And the traffic really scoots here. A little bit of hesitation, but a good safe turn, no traffic. That was completely comfortable. We're in chill now and accelerating nicely. I'm assuming we'll get up to 66 or 7. The chill seems to navigate these roads fairly well. We've got a panel van pulling off to the side here, and I'm slowing down because of it. Actually, FSD is slowing down. It's good. We slowed down to 50 to pass him. Just a little caution. I appreciate that. A little forethought. I think FSD version 14 has looked at so many videos. It's scared of all human drivers out there. Really pretty standing lenticular clouds still this time of year. If you hear the mountains. The silhouette of the mountains is very pretty in the front of us. Those are usually clear. We've got a lot of cold winter air sitting down low, I think, that's obscuring the mountains right now. We're only about 30 miles away from them. In chill, we're maintaining our speed just fine. So this is fairly comfortable. Turns here, I would generally just hold my hand on the steering wheel. It makes me feel more comfortable because I can feel what it's doing. But most of the time, or a lot of the time, I'll just rest with my hands in my lap. Or even more so. I find that the nag, or the reminder from the internal camera to keep my eyes on the road, with this in November of 2025, version 14.1.4, it's very comfortable. This guy's pulling out. He's got a dedicated lane. I didn't feel any slowing or anything because of that. So FSD was very comfortable with that car merging on the right. We just crossed a 55-mile-an-hour speed limit and slowed down. Got a panel box truck pulling out with a car in front of me. No response from FSD. Completely safe. Looks good. No problem. Try to point out any potholes that I noticed FSD avoiding. She definitely avoided that sign. It was an election size sign, probably about a 2 by 3 foot or 3 by 3 sign that was laying flat in the road that we avoided. So I know she'll avoid things. We'll see if we are able to avoid distinctive potholes there. For the most part, you don't want to be weaving and dodging potholes, especially in Colorado. There's with all the snow we get, there's a lot of road wear and road work that needs to be done. We are slowing down for town, 45. I think the speed limit through town is 35, but we're turning into the Safeway store here in town now. Feel very safe, very calm turn, and we're set to park in the parking lot. Go about halfway down and center ourselves on the store. We're turning left here. looks like a good aisle to start with, and we'll probably take the space on the right. Yeah. And a very good parking job. Completely satisfied. Didn't touch anything to get here. Let's go ahead and park. I will see you back here in just a moment. So we'll go ahead from the store. We're heading home. We'll start full self-driving. Nicely done. We got people walking around here. We're going to turn to the right. People in our way here. Nice confident with that. They were very respectful of the people, but there was no hesitation when they were safely past us to continue. A little fast in the parking lot here for me. 15, 16 is, it's okay. I would creep a little slower. Certainly comfortable. Safely pulling out. I'm not so sure where we're at here. But I'm sure she knows the way home. We're in chill right now. The speed limit is 30. We're doing 32. I didn't know this area was here. This is certainly building up a lot. Can't say that I like the condos. That wouldn't be a place I would want to live. But I think I've lived in things like that in my life. We've been in our home out here for 30 years now, and it's very comfortable. I've raised 7 children in it. Interesting. That was a turn into what looked like an acceleration lane, but it was really just a really wide an extra lane that wasn't there. FSD initially tried to turn into it, but immediately realized that it wasn't a lane. Here we have a train crossing. We'll stop for the train. No trains coming. Looks safe. No hesitation. Pulled across very comfortably. Might have been just a little bit of slowing for the railroad tracks, but it was that was a safe and good fix. Okay, I know where we're at now. Back out to Denver Avenue. This is not protected in a school zone. You know, I should probably turn around. There's a school zone right there that we could go test. That was interesting. We were originally committed, but then the car pulled up next to us on the side, and we stopped because we lost visibility. Okay, looks like we're clear all over. I would go, and FSD is going just fine. Okay, so we do have a flashing school zone behind us. I think I would like to try that. So let's turn in here. It's in this strip. Let's do a U-turn right here. Navigate to gold and aluminum. Okay, we're self-driving. We're navigating the golden aluminum. We won't park. We'll just go curbside. Actually, we won't even go there. What this is to test school zone behavior. A little bit of hesitation after she got visibility. She decided to hold off. There is traffic coming from the right, but it certainly would have been safe to turn. Okay, I would go, and FSD's going as well. Okay, I'm going to go to standard because I want to make sure that we detect this. It's a 25 mile an hour speed limit. And rats. Well, we'll get it from the other way because we've got cars in front of us that'll limit our thing. But it's 20 miles an hour. And I'm in standard profile. I'm in the area. And it's going 30. So I'm going to slow down to chill mode. We're still doing 27. I'll go to sloth. We're slowing to 25. But it's a 20 mile an hour speed limit area with flashing lights. We'll try the other direction when we don't have cars behind us. But I had to go to sloth to do 25. Here's the end of the school speed limit up here. So if I can get in here without people driving by, we can test this. Just going to go around and test that school zone one more time. Hopefully we can get out there without people coming. Okay, we're good there. Okay, we've got clear in front of us. I'm going to go to standard. We're accelerating. We're at 25 now. Flashing school sign on the right. Nobody in front of us. Okay, and we are slowing down to 20 now. Okay, for some reason she didn't catch the school sign before. And it was perhaps the people in front of us, or I started too soon. But we are respecting the school speed limit now at 20 miles per hour. And it actually changed the speed limit to 20. That's interesting. But even in standard mode, we're not exceeding the speed limit going next to the school here. So this is perfect behavior. This is a good long school speed zone here too. So I like this behavior. This is good. We'll see where it, right here you can see the end of this speed zone here is on the left. Right up where the speed limit changes to 35. So we're doing 22 now. It's starting to creep up. There we see it's 30 mile an hour now. It was out of the school speed zone right there. But now we're in a 35 mile an hour speed zone, and we're doing 40 in standard. So if the police are watching back there, I would say I prefer to drive in chill, because chill will keep us closer to the speed limit. It's 35 here now. We do 37, and I feel comfortable with that. And I need to smile at the camera again. Oh, goodness. It's a good day. Okay, so what's the speed limit coming up now? Is 40. We're doing 37. We see it as 35. And here comes the speed limit crossing sign. It just changed, and here's the sign. Alrighty, having a nice drive back home. This is Denver Avenue southbound from Fort Lupton to our home. Much of the driving out here is like this. I'll be I'm eager to give it a try in the snow. I'm sure Tesla has been working on driving in the snow, but we'll see how well it does. I'm extremely cautious. I do have Parkinson's disease that is progressing. I'm about 4 years into it, and I have noticeable dyskinesia, slowing a little bit, tremor, and I really don't want to go through the hassle of driving in the snow if my car will do it safely. We're still on a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit here. We're doing 42, so it's good speed control. I just think the profile settings are, the speed's a little bit high. You don't want to do 20 over. That'll pretty much get you a ticket anywhere these days. Camera's recording, video's recording. We're happy. We're just driving home. This is very relaxing because I can look around, I can look at things, I can enjoy the trees and look at the sun. I can look at my phone or my wallet and glance at it. Of course, I'm still supervising the driving. But it's much more relaxing, especially in driving on freeways and that sort of thing. Remember, I drove from our home to the store and parked. I never touched the steering wheel. I'm halfway home now and I haven't touched the steering wheel. And I haven't had to provide any input. We have a green light here. We can turn left, but the traffic is precluding us doing that. Okay, here we go. Now we've got a good bump here on these railroad tracks, and version 14 has been taking them very well. I'll highlight this if it does. Yeah, you can see how high the bump is here, and we've slowed down to 15 miles an hour to cross it. That was completely comfortable, and I know that the car will clear that hump too. Okay, this is a 35 mile an hour speed limit here that opens up to 55. Right by the trees up here. This is an industrial park area, and it's fairly safe. I don't know any issues here other than version 12 on hardware 3 successfully navigated this area. It changed, but on autopilot without FSD, it just drove where this lane ends. It just keeps driving and throws up red hands and it says, I cannot do it. Okay, the speed limit changes up near the tree. You can perhaps see the sign up there. I have traffic behind me that would appreciate it if I sped up. And we're still at 35. The speed limit changes right now. So about 20-30 feet in front of the speed limit signs. We have decent acceleration and chill. Certainly comfortable. The car's not gaining on me, so he's happy. Yeah, this is good. I see no reason why, at least initially, why FSD can't. This big truck came over the lane up there. I'm kind of keeping an eye on him. Maybe something he was avoiding. Anyway, that's why I don't change the subject all that often, because I forget what I was talking about. Okay, we're doing 57 now. 55 mile an hour speed limit is perfect. Cars follow me at a reasonable distance. Very comfortable. Looks like we killed an animal right there. Goats on the sale. Sign just went by. Okay. There's a slight brake bump there, not much, just a touch. Could have been the shadows. Nice anticipation. Good enough. So in my opinion, FSD is certainly practical. I've been using it for about 8 months now. I've owned a Tesla for about a year, a little over a year now, and that was a 2021 Model Y. And then I recently upgraded to the 2025